Hey, very good morning. Today is September 11th and Wednesday, and the time is at about 8:32. Sorry, I'm delayed by I think 2 minutes or so. I went for a walk and then got a bit delayed coming back. And thanks for joining. If at all anybody is there online, but yesterday was a little bit of a tricky day for me. I got misled by multiple things, but that's all right. That's part of life. And today, every day we have to take it. As a new day. So today is Bank Nifty, and then I will see if I can do Bank Nifty or Nifty or Sensex. So one of those indices I will do. But without further ado, let me start with what I would like to really look at. Right. So I will start with Bank Nifty, and then I will get on to other areas. Say options dynamics. Very good morning. I think you are the only one who is online right now. Thank you so much. Let me go to very good morning. WhatsApp short videos. Maybe I should put some reasonable name for you. Oh, 1 second. Let me share my screen. All right. I think the chart looks a little messy. Let me clean it up to start with, and then we will get to the very quick analysis of Bank Nifty. I'm going to come back to these moving averages a little bit little later, but right now, as you can see, the daily chart yesterday, I think this probably is called as a shooting star or whatever. Not able to recollect the name, but I think generally, if you forget the name, this actually shows that from the market dynamics perspective, it actually shows that there is a potential up more there. So that's what the market shows. And yesterday, I was checking on Nasdaq. So there was definitely a sudden up move. Let me also check the Nasdaq. I did not really do research on why it went up, but there was sudden move. I think after midnight. I think at least I was checking until 11. I think that's where I came back home yesterday. So Nasdaq yesterday, as you can see here, right? So there was it was going here and there, but then there was definitely some sudden up move a little later in the day. So there was a fall and then there was a pickup. So I think that's what it is. But let's focus on Bank Nifty for today. Bank Nifty yesterday, if you're all any of you are trading, any of you were trading yesterday, Bank Nifty very similar to Fin Nifty, took a support at about 10 o'clock, and then after that it's predominantly an up move, and that's what has happened to Bank Nifty. This is in fact pretty similar to what happened to Fin Nifty yesterday. So pretty similar. So some of these lines I drew yesterday when I was trading. Yesterday I was in losses, but that's all right. So I'll be able to recover hopefully in the next coming days. But however, if I look at the, let's say, 1 hour chart, 1 hour chart seems to be quite flattish. And before that, let me draw a line at about 3:30 today and then see what happens. And we can actually take it forward from there. All right. So this is 5 minutes and yeah, close to 84%. So it actually shows about 51. Let me also look at what is the all-time high for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty all-time high is quite far. It's actually 53,384, I think. But I think that's quite far. So right now we're at about 51,326. So there is a lot of ground to cover there. Even if I have to go with the midpoint, it is actually 52,258. From it's about even midpoint is at about 1,000 points away. So even if I short here, I think it is still a good day, I think. So that's on the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, if I go with the 5 minutes chart, I would probably, yeah, I think I would, it shows a little bit bullish, but even if I short 52,000, I don't think it's going to hurt very badly. But not a trading recommendation, but I'll have to see depending on the gap up or gap down, and I will take a call. Because yesterday I was in losses. Today, generally, I tend to do a lot more easy trades, and where I have a lot more probability. I do not want to take a lot of risk until I get back to green. And also, as a practice, if I lose 2 days consecutively, so that entire week I would actually stop it. So that I mean, obviously, the main agenda is to, if not making money, we should not lose the money. So that's the main reason. I think that's about Bank Nifty. Let's see. On that note, I will also look at. Just give me 1 second. I will log into Sensible and then open interest. All right. All right. So open interest. If I go to Bank Nifty, so right now it is actually showing 51,500 as a massive resistance. If it misses this, the next massive support, you got to say about 52,000. But generally, as you can see, there are a lot of calls for return here. If I have to replay, yesterday, yeah, there were massive calls written. That is also the reason is today being expiry. That is also one reason. But interestingly, puts were also written yesterday. If not the immediate one, this is the apparently a good support. But then if I skip this, if I go to 50,500, that seems to be a good support as well. So let me quickly do one strangle and then see what kind of, I mean, obviously when the market opens, things would change quite drastically. But then if I have to sell this 50,500 and also 52,000 where there is a massive resistance. In fact, this is the one, but I think this is very close, right? So I do not want to really do that. That kind of a close. It's, I mean, almost like ATM. Yeah, about 300 points away from ATM, 250 points away from ATM. So let's see, even if I take this and then if I put, let's say, some hedges, this actually shows about 100% probability, which probably in the reality may not be possible, but then it is still giving about 0.56. As the market opens, things might be very different, but this seems to be okay trade for me. I will start with one of those and then see how the market goes. And as I said, today I would be a lot more cautious, mainly because of the loss yesterday. So that's the only reason, but otherwise I would definitely be trading today. So if I keep Bank Nifty aside, if I go to Nifty, let me go to open interest. So Nifty open interest, so again, there were a lot of calls written yesterday, and 100 seems to be definitely a good support, sorry, good resistance. And then 200 also seems to be good resistance. And then bottom side, you still got 25,000 as a very good support from the PE perspective. After that, we have 24,900 and then 24,800. And then if you miss everything, I think even if you do 24,600 and then 25,500, that is still seems to be a good profitable trade. Let me quickly do a strangle out there and then see what is happening. I mean, this premium is absolutely negligible. It doesn't make any sense to do a strangle here. I think probably if I do this one, 25,200, where I have positions right now, and then let's say if I go with the equal, let's say 25,800 at least. So if somebody does a strangle here, that is still a good trade. I think 81% probability. And then Nifty anyway is moving here and there. So we'll have to see how the day is going to be today. Let me go to Nifty daily chart once and then see what is happening there. So daily chart, what's happening? So there was definitely some downfall, and then after that there seems to be some up more. But then today I see Gift Nifty, at least in the morning when I saw it about 7 o'clock or so, it was showing some signs of negativity. But generally, if I look at MACD, this is not a solid green kind of a thing, right? So there was some bit of a reversal here. So we're yet to get a confirmation of this reversal. I would be very keen to see one more solid green candle that actually gives us a very good confirmation saying that, hey, this is going to be a good green candle. I think that's all the analysis for today. And if I probably spend some time on Sensex, also followed very similar lines of Nifty, but then Sensex, it is also very close to all-time high, which is about 82,804. And Nifty is also, Nifty is little far from all-time high. Nifty all-time high is at about 25,349. So I think there is, my view, there is no great trigger for Nifty to be really touching the all-time high, at least this week. That's what my view. But things can change. Let's look at if there are any events that are planned. Where is this stock market calendar, right? So today is 11th September. There is an inflation rate year-on-year August, but that's going to be later today. Just keep an eye on that. This is going to come under 6 p.m. and which is after market hours. And then there is India, and usually India statistics would not really massively impact the market sentiments, but generally the external impact is going to be definitely a lot more crucial. I think out of all these, there is a Fed rate decision on 18th of September, which is Wednesday, 11:30 p.m. It will not impact the Bank Nifty that day, which is an expiry for Wednesday, but then definitely it will have an impact on the Sensex. Sorry, apologies. Nifty or Sensex. Nifty, in fact, the next day's expiry. So keep an eye on this. That's all. And then there is a initial job loss claims, which is on Thursday night, which may have some impact on Sensex on this one. Friday. I think that's all. Those are all the couple of events that you may wanted to have a quick look at it. That's all the content from me. Let me come back to video very quickly, and then I will unshare. Probably I'll keep this screen, and then let me come back onto the video. All right, so let me take some questions. Good morning. Good morning. Are you expecting any? I'm generally very positive on the markets. Cheerful colors, right? I'm sure it's not your real name, but I'm generally positive because the reason is I'm also holding a good portfolio. Traditionally, it helped me to stay in the market rather than timing the market, right? So there is always a famous saying, you can't time the market. So timing the market is very difficult, but time in the market is almost profitable, right? So I had seen a lot of people, they have exited the stock market after the COVID time, and then they paid a very heavy prices. People like me, I stayed on, irrespective of the. Generally, I'm also fan of buying in the dip, so that generally works, to be honest. Venkatesh Allada, very good morning, sir. And we have a guest also. Thanks for uploading, and thanks for uploading, brother, and like the video, friends. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's fine. If you like the content, you like it. If you do not like, you do not like it. That's absolutely all right. Today, bearish. I mean, it's difficult to say because being an expiry day, we'll have to closely follow the markets. Usually, what happens is if you come up with the preconceived notions of bearish or bullish, yesterday I did, and then I paid the price. So usually, and sometimes you'll get this intuition saying that, hey, this is going to be bullish, but then yesterday that was the day. Usually I do not follow the intuition, I'll always follow the chart, but yesterday yeah, I think one mistake, and also there is a I would have waited on the put for at least 5 more minutes. It would have probably gave me 10 lakhs profit, but it's all right, that's part of life. So we can't do much, but my suggestion is to not to form an opinion starting of the day, because especially if you're an intraday trader, is it's like, let me also give you an analogy, right? Intraday trading is always about, let's say you plan the day, let's say you're traveling from, let's say, Bangalore to Chennai, right? So before you start, you plan the day, but then what happens on the way? There is a road closure. What happens on the way? There is a heavy rain. What happens on the day? Let's say there is a protest. So those we can't really predict. So even Google also will not be able to say, right? So we'll have to we should plan the day, but then as the day progresses, we should be in a position to flexible enough to change our strategies very quickly, and do not get fixated around, okay, morning I thought it's bullish and today it's bearish, so market is cheating me. There is nothing like cheating. It's all what happens on the day that we need to follow. That's all. So that's on the how do you plan the day. But having said that, there is always, when you're trading for 20 days, right? So there is always be 2 3 days or 4 5 days we'll lose money. That's part of life, so you can't do much. About your yesterday's trade and the profits we get from, okay, definitely I will be able to talk about that in a moment. And on that note, let me share my screen once. I will also tell you exactly what mistake I did. I think that's very important to know. All right, so this was yesterday's FinNifty. If you are interested, you should watch this. Let me share my screen. I think I'm not sharing my screen. All right. So this is FinNifty, right? So it's obviously started at about 806 and then it fell down. So I had a overnight position, which is 23,650p. Apparently, as soon as the market opened, it gave almost like 1.5 lakhs profit. And also there was I had a very small CE position, I think about 750 or so. That also gave money mainly because of the time decay. So I was at about 1.5 lakhs profit until here. And then after it fell down, I was expecting there is going to be some pullback. In fact, the pullback happened here. So somewhere here I started again building. When I say building, I keep on selling the positions. So 23 650 I kept on selling, and then it's kind of averaged out. And at this point of time, 23 650 gave about 3 lakhs losses. And then the next candle, I wanted to be really safe, and I closed that at about 5,000 rupees profit. So this basically at that point of time, 1.5 lakhs to it went to 5,000 rupees profit. But then this one, when it is falling, in fact, yesterday the linear regression channel was a little different. So when it is falling, I kept on selling 23,550. So I was actually selling until here, and then this candle tricked me. If I'd have waited for this candle to finish, I would have probably made about 10 lakhs, but that's all right. So this candle tricked me, and then at least this, in fact, yesterday went quite below the linear regression. So then I have to exit this entire 23,550. This is kind of become an ATM. Usually when it becomes ATM, if it is, let's say, 50 points difference, I'm still okay. I could hold it. But then suddenly when it became ATM, I thought it's going to really breach this and then go to 500. And that is also the reason was this, before this, I have exited 23,650, which obviously turned out to be a great decision. If I would have been holding that, this loss would have been almost like 20 lakhs or so. Then I thought, okay, there is because I exited this, it saved me. But right now I also need to exit this so that it will save me. I think if I waited, as I said, this candle, it would have probably give me that money anyway. So that's what which happened yesterday. 1 second. Are you guys able to see the screen? Okay, I think you are able to see the screen. I could see in my, all right. Krishna Chaitanya, I'll come back there. So anyway, once this is done, usually what happens is I fight back. So I started building the positions starting from again 23,450 PE. I started building, and then CE also I was holding pretty much at about 750 kind of a range. And generally PE started giving money. I think somewhere here I was at 40,000 losses. So I kind of recovered pretty much here. But then this candle, I was actually at the straddle. So that took away pretty much 9 lakhs again. So ended up at about 9 lakhs loss. And overall, I think a combination of Nifty overnight and then FinNifty, it gave me a loss of about 6.8, I think, overall. So I think this month I'm still in profits. I think probably about 2% or 3% at this point of time. But then a day like today, I do not want to lose more than 1%. So I will put a cap of about 5 lakhs today. And then, as I said, if today also I'm in losses, then I'll have to stop for this week and then pick up the next week as the trading week. I think that's the thinking. And I think if today 1%, I think I'll probably reach about 4%. If today 1% loss, then I will get into 2% losses. So I'll keep a lot of times people do ask me what kind of PNL loss I would put, right? So it all goes with how the previous weeks were done. So that's how I do calculate. So as I said, I also have a good portfolio. Yesterday, thankfully, the portfolio kind of compensated the losses, but then yeah, options being options. So I think it's good to make money on options. That is the very reason I prefer generally CU only trade. So that in case if the market goes up, I would make the money from portfolio. But then if the market falls down, even CE when the market goes up, I would still make some money. But if the market falls down, so definitely I'll make money, and then probably on the portfolio I might lose some money here and there. So that's how the trades would actually I will plan. So my trades are always in conjunction with the portfolio, because portfolio I never shown, so you do not know how the portfolio is performing, right? So that's how I do combine. I do not technically, my trades are kind of a hedge trades. So even if I lose money here and there, I think that's okay. The portfolio would compensate. I think the great example was July. July I was in losses on the options, but then portfolio gave tremendous returns. That's how I was able to manage that week. So, but August was okay. August was portfolio was neutral, but the options gave quite a bit of money. And September kind of neutral. So far portfolio is good, but options also so far so good. So that's how the trade needs to happen. Let me take one question. So we have been seeing injections of late where one side moves very quickly. What is your approach to adjusting your position in such cases immediate? No, I think injections, so I would generally wait because these injections would happen, what do you say, in a quick span of time, right? Uh, so that again, so it's very important for us to know what is the difference between injection and then the real up move or down move. So injection is typically within a span of 1 minute or 2 minutes, right? It will just go up and then come down. But if it is a real downward move or the upward move, it will also breach the moving averages. But then the challenge is within that short span of time, you will not be able to really differentiate what is an injection and then what is a real up move or down move. So you'll have to be really quick, and you need to take a call. Generally, expiry days, I prefer not to put a automated SLs. The reason is just because of injections, right? So, um, I mean, if you really look at even Friday Sensex in the morning itself, there was a very big injection. So you would lose both on the P and C side. And then a lot of times by 9:40, not even 9:40, I think 9:20, 9:25 people actually closed the show. So that can definitely happen. But then Sensex also gave a very, what to say, a strong move that day. So that is also, but I think generally my suggestion is to keep a close eye. If you are very afraid of injections, the only way that you can prevent is either the spreads, either you do CE and then the immediate hedge, or if you're doing even the strangles, always having the immediate hedge. So that way, even if there is an injection, uh, first of all, it's not required for you to put a stop loss. The second one is you will not get into unlimited losses in case, even if there is up move or down move. And in case of down move, we can always bring the CE closure. In case of up move, we can always move the P closure, but then you will not massively lose money. I think usually if you want to be cautious, that would be my view, a good approach to start with. All right, then I think it's time is at about 8:56, and I'll need to make myself ready, and have a great remaining day. I wish you all the best and success, and have a profitable day if you're trading. And that's all for now.